in the New York Times, it's literally everywhere, using the medication off-label for just weight loss.
Yes, I'm on row.
That's why we created Weight Loss by Hers. 100% online access to GLP-1 injections.
And I've been really open about me being on GLP-1s.
Do carry a black box warning for a rare type of thyroid cancer.
So Ozempic went from a prescription medication to a status symbol.
But yesterday was my first shot of Ozempic. I did it myself. It actually was quite painless, except for the after effects. I've been feeling pretty nauseous and been having stomach aches.
What is, to your knowledge, Ozempic?
Ozempic, to my knowledge, it's a GLP-1, which essentially mimics a hormone that helps suppress appetite and can help with blood sugar levels.
Ozempic is a medication that's been FDA approved to be used in patients who have diabetes to help control blood sugars and, as an added effect, decrease the likelihood of major cardiovascular events and have increases in weight loss.
My Ozempic journey started, about November 2024, and I was on it for a year and some change, and I just did my last jab last week.
Once a week, usually on the same day, you would measure out in a syringe how much you would take and you would inject it into your stomach with a syringe, with a needle.
The process of taking it is you have a little vial and you get a bunch of syringes and you get some alcohol wipes and you wipe down your little vial, you put your needle in it, you take how much you're supposed to take in the vial, and then each week I would jab myself in different parts of my stomach. And were there issues? Not initially.
She lost her appetite really intensely, to the point where it was kind of like depressing for her. Like she wasn't really eating breakfast or lunch, and dinner would just be a couple bites, and it just kind of made her feel like she wasn't a human in some ways. It felt a little, not like dehumanizing really, but like it was a struggle for sure.
Initially, injecting wise, I didn't have problems. I was told by the clinic that it would not hurt and that, people don't really have symptoms and stuff like that. It was kind of sold to me, I feel like, a bit as a miracle drug. And then as I started losing weight, I noticed it was hurting every time. I would get pretty sizable bruises that obviously made me insecure to have giant bruises on my stomach, and that being from injecting myself.
I'm pretty sure she had like stomach pains and diarrhea off and on sometimes.
I did notice I would start to bleed pretty much every time I was injecting myself, and it was hurting every time. So I would inject myself with needles, it would hurt, I would bleed, and I would bruise. So
she also threw up a few times. I would imagine there's a level of like you haven't eaten and your stomach is just a mess and it causes nausea. Pretty much all the stomach symptoms, I would say, like nausea, diarrhea.
Started throwing up. I noticed my anxiety getting a lot worse. I noticed when I would drink, because I didn't eat as much before, that it would affect me a lot worse, a lot harder, and my stomach would be upset for much longer. Again, my bowel movements changed. I could not eat fast food without being severely sick, which I'm not somebody that tends to eat a lot of fast food in general, but when I did, I noticed it was pretty brutal. Usually, I don't try to take it like midday, because if I do, I feel really nauseous. And it's the kind of thing where it's like I have to like sleep it off almost. Not my favorite. How does the media present it? Commercials.
Commercials, okay. Commercials for Ozempic obviously are like building it up as this drug that will immediately make you lose weight. And they mention the side effects, but I would say like it's not entirely talked about as much as maybe you would expect it to be based on how it actually affects you.
The commercials to me feel very predatory, honestly, because it is, again, as I use this term, the miracle drug, where you take it, you instantly lose weight, there's no side effects, it's great, oh, it's cheaper now, you jab yourself, it doesn't hurt, and there's celebrities endorsing it, There's so many women endorsing it.
We lose 31 pounds.
For the first time, I'm keeping the weight off.
I got this. I'm protecting my heart.
Reminder, if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, arrest.
Expert care and ongoing support. That's healthcare as it should be.
Obesity is America's deadliest epidemic.
This is America.
74% of us are overweight, and obesity leads to 500,000 deaths each year. But not anymore. Hims & Hers offers life-changing weight loss medications.
It's always been such a trend to be thin, and even my husband and I have a Hulu account, and anytime I watch a show or anything on Hulu, without fail, several times during any show or movie I'm watching, there's several Ozempic ads from different sites, different facilities, whatever, saying you can do this, you can lose weight because I did too. So
I would say that there's already an issue with young women and body standards in general due to social media. And so this being another quick way to lose weight was gonna happen regardless of, I think, how Ozempic was advertised. I think once a pill or medicine came out that made you lose weight, it was immediately going to be something that is pushed onto or suggested frequently for young women and women in general.
Media platforms such as like TikTok and Reddit and such, I think people are more like authentic about their actual feelings about it and how it affected them. But I think in terms of commercials, I do think it's very predatory and very, again, as I say, the miracle drug.
It's actually Christmas. I didn't think an injection would fall on a holiday, but alright. 3, 2, 1.
Is it worth it?
To me, it's such a loaded question of is it worth it, because I feel like I learned a lot and that feels good. And one of those things that I learned being that instead of going on Ozempic, fix your gut health, do a calorie deficit, find ways to exercise that bring you joy. But this, the jabbing myself, the tears, the struggles I've gone through this past year, do I feel like that was all worth it to lose weight? I think my answer is almost I don't know.
For her, I think it was mostly worth it. Speaking from a strictly financial standpoint, it was more affordable for us because she does social media and she was able to work out a deal with the clinic. So that was nice to get a discount. But speaking of like the effects it had on her, she was in a really bad place before taking it and really feeling lost, and would look in the mirror and cry every day and would pretty constantly talk about how much she hated her body and herself. That was really tough, definitely, and I know that the answer to that is not just losing 50 pounds. It's not like it all goes away, and you know, it's a lot deeper rooted of an issue, obviously.
So I'm reporting for the first time in a very, very long time. I just wasn't seeing results for so long, was getting upset. I was. And so I stopped recording, I stopped saying my symptoms or how I was feeling or whatever, because it was kind of all bad. Like I just wasn't seeing what I wanted to see.
The sentiment too of like the predatoriness, I do kind of feel like the clinic I went to was kind of predatory.
Oh yeah, they were nice and everything, but they were definitely trying to sell something.
As I was like going through the rest of my needles and such, there was like 8 brochures that just kept saying, share the love. Like, here's your referral code. Your friends can be an Ozempic too, and show them how you lost all the weight. And then also there's brochures for, yeah, like men's steroids and like women's vitality and stuff. Kind of like other stuff you can inject yourself with to feel perfect. And then they did say, oh, if you make us videos, we will give you half off. And of course I thought that was great. I can get this drug I've been wanting for half off. But then again, it felt predatory because it was like, oh, we can get you half off, we can get cheaper, you can tell your friends, you can get, you know, money off if you refer friends.
You did 75 hard. You had already kind of tried exercise and dieting. You didn't try and calorie counting per se,
no.
But you were definitely trying to eat healthier and working out. You didn't lose
Yeah,
weight.
we were cooking at home. We did.
You at that
hard.
point had expressed to me that you felt like something was wrong with you.
Yeah.
You were talking about suicide. Like you were crying every day. I remember it. It was brutal.
It was really brutal.
Not to say that you snap your fingers and lose weight and all that goes away. There's a lot that comes with that. But it was awful the way that I could see how everything was affecting you.
I don't know. I was kind of trying to do it the healthiest way possible, and they kind of actually led me away from that.
And I wish I knew more back then because I've done a lot of research.
I know, that's kind of what went into my is it worth it categories. How much I've learned is kind of worth it. But these struggles I've had for the past 6 months have been so brutal. Mm-hmm. And even now, eating is still hard for me. Most things still make me nauseous. I feel nauseous on a day-to-day basis. I haven't felt better about that, and my bowels have almost been even worse now because I think they're trying to maybe catch up or figure out, hey, we had this hormone or whatever in you for a year plus, so how do we poop?
I'm sure it takes some time to kind of readjust. But yeah, I think it would help if maybe we did some research into side effects, and because now there's so many studies being done because it is being kind of hoisted up into media as this miracle drug, like people say, and it works. Nobody's denying that. Pretty much for everybody, it does what they say it's going to do. If you want to lose weight, you will lose weight, but there's also side effects. And I think that's what people need to be aware of. It's not just you snap your fingers and you lose weight. You have to be willing to kind of go through the side effects.
I think at the time I didn't really think there was gonna be side effects. Because I kind of was told, I was told that potentially people have nausea the day that they take it, but that beyond that there was nothing. And I understand, I suppose, why they don't. Actually, I don't really. Why they don't tell you what potentials people have actually gone through and what, because with a normal medication like Lexapro or whatever, they're like, hey, these are what side effects have happened to other people and just want you to be aware. That did not happen to me.
It's still important to factor in that there are legitimate risks to taking these medications. There are side effects. People have GI issues, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, pancreatitis, kidney issues. There is a potential issue of increases in thyroid cancer.
The needle stops working. The Hollywood machine, has turned a medical treatment meant for people with diabetes into the newest accessory, and everyone's pretending it's not obvious.
I think I feel very strongly about now, doing things that feel good for yourself and feel healthy for yourself.
I think like anything else, it's a personal health decision, and I think if somebody wants to take Ozempic, be completely informed about everything. And if at that point you still want to take it, you shouldn't feel shame about that.
Do what works for you, but knowing your information, I think is really important. And again, I wish there was more longevity with studies and how it would potentially affect you and stuff. It's always like that, I feel with a new
it's
drug
really,
per se.
It is blown up in popularity.
Yeah.
I think partly because you see so many celebrities that used to be bigger lost a ton of weight, and then it's how'd they do it? Ozempic.
I love you too.
I'm glad you're getting off of it.
Me too.
You can be done.
Yeah. Gonna try to now. I just want to get back to eating.
Are you gonna do what I'm doing basically? I mean, obviously to a different level, but
I just want to feel hunger again.
yeah.
And I want to eat normally and healthily. And I want to go out with friends and I just want to be happy and healthy.
Yeah.
And I think I haven't felt that for a long time, so.
I understand that. And I think at this point part of it too is you navigate. 1 second, sweetie. I'll get away first.
Should we interview her?
Yeah, oh yeah, you should.
Yeah. What is your name? Scarlett. Yes.
Scarlett.
Do you know what Ozempic is? Do we love people of all body sizes?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Is it good to throw up?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Do we like to feel sick? Yeah. Yeah. It's good to feel good? And happy? I love you. That was good.